Right, welcome. Let's see if this works. testing, 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we can move on over OBS to live. Oh yeah, there we go. Seeing if we have any audio issues going on. Oh, there we go. Spotify's working beautifully. Chat's working. Oh yeah. I usually have plants behind me, but they're being watered right now. Once a week. Right. There we go. Notice that orange glow? Do this instead. There we go. That's a little better. Maybe right here. Okay. So we've got a lovely little sketch I've been working on. A fun little world I'm trying to explore. Think of it like Richard Scarry, but with demons. So playful, city working class demons. I kind of had a rough composition here for an idea. Have like creatures or characters floating around in the space doing things. I might actually completely change some of the characters. I wouldn't mind having like another character or two, or maybe something else in the foreground, but I'm not too sure yet. Anyway, this is like the main character that I've kind of been thinking of. I've got his look, I think, right over here. No name, but just a boy. And he also comes with a little armadillo as well, so I might put that in there too. But this is a little more stylized version. This kind of has like a little more rendering, texture and whatnot to this character. So I don't know if I'll put that much work into the style for the rest of it, but so far I'll show you what I've got. So this is like, just the sketch. Make it a little darker there just to see what's going on. So like I want this big demon dog in the back, right? That'd be cool. There's a couple of characters here, so you can see like basic shapes are put together. This dude here hanging out, I thought it'd be cooler if he was at a basketball instead, right? And yeah, so right now what I do is kind of like work piece by piece, right? Because I have an idea for now what the illustration might look like, the style. Simpler shapes than this character, maybe not too far off from this, but yeah, I kind of wanted to work with like really simple, playful shapes for the characters. I'm trying to figure out where to use like these rough line work edges. So on this one, this is really like, this has been blown up. So, or like it's 72 DPI, and then I, scale it up so you can see all the rough edges and texture here, versus like this stuff. I mean, I'm at 39% zoom in here, right? So if we go to Hondo here, 100%, then you can actually see the rough edges and lines, which I want to have. But the reason why this is so tight is because this is 300 DPI, so it's ready for print, maybe for apparel, I don't know yet, or like a bag, I'm not too sure. But I'm just kind of wanting to make something that's prepared for products versus this dude who is like prepared for screen resolution and then blown up. So far away, it looks really crisp, right? But there's actually some serious tooth on the brushes. I'm sure I'm gonna get a billion questions about brushes. I use one brush. I like to keep my brushes simple, unless I'm doing like really textured work, but like keep it simple. Like you don't have to fuck around with brushes all the time. F around. So it's one of the, Kyle brushes that come with Photoshop. It's funny, I actually don't remember what it's called anymore because I renamed it and used it for other projects. But I have I don't know, a dozen brushes here that I just commonly use, and that's it. I like to keep things really simple. And then I have a couple master brushes down here, like really clean line work brushes, something with a bit of transparency in, and that's it. Brushes don't, in my opinion, a lot of times don't make the art for this kind of stuff. It's, you can find some great brushes and they can give you good texture, but that's what it's going to do. That's it. Right. Different style painting, maybe concept art painting and doing environment paintings can really be crucial to use unique different style brushes. But otherwise, if I'm just doing flat colors and shading, limited shapes and styles, like choose a brush you like the look of and keep it and go, right? Also, I like the consistency of it. Kind of keeps like things on brand, right? When the brush is similar. And yeah, just keeps, again, the less things I need to think about while working, the faster and better I can work, and the more I can just work on the creative side of things. So where was I right now? I kind of I'm liking this dude, but I also brought in another old dog I did a while ago. This doggy is a little more neon, so I was going to do a quick version of the big dog. This is Clifford the Red Dog, but if he was from hell, right? It's still cute, still friendly, but just from hell, bro. So I'm actually I might copy paste everything. Most of my layers, and when I do file structure, layer structure, it's pretty simple to go through things. Sometimes I do not label all my layers because I'm a bad boy. I label the important ones, and then I collapse and then label the grouping because that's more important. So this is like the body, right? The leg down here and some of the art, which I should transfer over to the body. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of play. I want to see what the color looks like with this one. I'm gonna copy all this for now. Change the color of it so I know which one's which. Close these off. Good night, sweet prince. Let's do a quick color swap here. So luckily I've got everything ready for that. In fact, we can just see, that's kind of cool already, right? I used a layer for shading here, like a kind of gradient ramp. That might need to change. That's kind of cool already. And then I want to use, excuse me, orange and red. This proper orange, proper fit orange. So maybe instead we'll work with that. I think I have it just as a color overlay. It's kind of interesting. And this stuff is also this color essentially, right? That might stay like that. It's kind of cool. See, this is kind of giving more vitality to it, I think, than the other style. And it goes with what I originally wanted, I think, with this demon doggy. White eyes, maybe? Could try it out. Maybe instead of white, you know, we kind of do a little bit of light yellow instead. I think that kind of works. But like things to be aware of right now too is like, you know, I like some of this, like see this right here, this little flameo was pretty cool that it was pop. So go back to that. I think this was, I'm trying to think of where this was at. Okay, yeah, it was all connected here. Ooh, actually, that's kind of cool. That pops a little more, actually. I like that a lot. I wonder as well if we could do some gradient work there instead. So one way I'm doing this is, you know, using a gradient ramp, but so, you know, gradient to transparency white, or to transparency, so color to transparency, and then I use instead of normal, dissolving, and dissolving just gives it like a noise ramp, right? Which is kind of nice. I personally like it a lot. As long as it doesn't look too like it got cut there. I might have to edit that a bit. This right here is some of the fire over top. Fire, walk with me. Please walk with me. So this stuff here needs to be edited now. So there's this here. I think we'll change the colors to this maybe. I don't know. This blends here. Yeah. That works. Juicy. Now, it's not all complete yet. I'll have to go in and edit the flames over here, and then add maybe some fire, some orange, because I like this orange right now going on. But let's see right now. Lapse all these. and see if that works. Like if I take this here, you know, I don't know. Move this over a little bit for you all. Oops. I think there's merits in both. I think this is a bit too like brown desaturated versus this here, which really pops and kind of sings a bit more. To be honest, maybe something in the middle, right? Just doing a quick opacity for the new one, so 70%, 90%, 70. Let's try 40, right? And then let's go to 100. I mean, I'm warming up to it actually on this new version. I think what I do too is like I don't like the pink, and I love the pink, but it doesn't really match or reflect. It's like a bit too neon, so this is on an overlay, I think, which is a white. So a couple things I do is either turn back to white, right, and then match this, or use color here. That might work a little better. So that's something to test out. I think I prefer the white. Let's see again. That just because it desaturates the sort of the belly. Okay. So I'm just playing with like opacity here. 40, 30, 20, right? The way that I'm flipping through opacity too is when you've selected a layer, right? You can press 1 for 10%, 9 for 90%. And that's a quick little way to flip through opacities. So you're not having to go up to your little thingy here and toggling it like this and then holding your mouse like a chump. No. Use as many hotkeys as you can all the time. It's just way more efficient and effective. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna stop messing with that a bit. And to be honest, this color I think should now dictate. Sorry, this color now should dictate the ear color, right? So, baboom, magnifique. Not too sure about this yellow again now. It's kind of pukey, right? It was originally this color, right? Take off the texture a bit there. Yeah. Instead, I actually wonder if it should be this orange, right? Keep it consistent, and then bring down this yellow, this gradient I've got. So sometimes I like to do something is like just like change the color, keep it there, and then see how I feel about it as I'm working, right? Because maybe I'll completely feel differently, but it's like, let's look at it for a bit. Let's let it sit there and just kind of soak into our brain space, right? And I might keep it this way the whole time until I draw the other elements and then come back to it. If we keep fixating on that detail, we're not going to get anything done. Same with all the lines I've got here. These lines are gonna have to change color a bit now, I think. So, I'll do a quick fix right now. Later. That's just the kind of guy I am. Same with all, there's a lot of details I want to change on this, but overall I think this looks better. So it's like big picture, I think that's a better color palette, and let's keep moving. So the next thing I'll do is I'll look at like, all right, trying to block in, I'm just kind of like doing item by item, right? This object, this character was much more important, so I spent a lot more time on the doggy. But now I'm going to kind of look at my rough again real quick, and I'm like, oh, I could do some of that. Maybe I'll do some of the buildings in the background. Something around here, background wise. Start working on the biker next. Yeah. Kind of start building out. So yeah, that's what I'll do probably next session. That was short, but it was a test to kind of see that, yes, YouTube works. And I'm on the wrong channel, I think. There's like a million Space Art channels I have. So learn a little bit each day. Thanks for stopping by. And, you know, I hope you learned a little bit and you got to see some of the art I'm working on. And I'll be right back. As in, I'll be right back tomorrow.